Yes. Is this water? Yep.
I think that's a thirst ball, right? You're supposed to drink water.
And the other one is for food. How
You're
am
supposed to
I in
drink food then.
Blueberry? I was supposed to be in Green Prince?
I don't know!
I don't know.
I don't know! I'm building a brand new chest.
Ah, there's a bone. I'm gonna grab it.
Let me see your dino. What dino are you rocking? I just saw the photo.
Sarasaurus, whatever you call it.
A Sarasaurus?
I usually call it a Sarah.
Huh.
For short.
I actually don't know the name of this dino. I thought it was a Carnotaurus for a second, but then I realized the horn are not on the right location.
Do you have your phone next to you?
Anatomically correct. I mean, yeah.
Critter biting.
All I had was biting my butt.
There was a critter biting my Sarah's butt. Yeah.
A critter?
Yes. It's like a big critter.
Huh. Oh. It's a babette. A giant babette. Babette means insect in Creole, by the way. He just meant insect. I have bones too! Awesome.
I dropped my bone because of the critter bite my dino's butt.
Bumbat bite, bumbat bite, bumbat bite, bumbat bite, 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 bumbat bite, bumbat. Don't drop the bone. Don't drop that bone. Don't drop that bone. Don't tell Ash, but I have a system in this game where I breed Pokemons, and then I get the eggs, and then I grind them into souls, and then I use the soul to upgrade my main Pokemon. I have like a machine that just destroys them, that just grinds them into bones and disappointed. I mean she knows the machine exists, but she. I am a criminal. I'm a criminal. Wait a minute, is there no salad in there? Oh god damn it, there's no salad. I need to make salad. That's why the pals are starving. They don't have foodies. Oh wait. These guys are not cooking.
Dang.
Are they?
Oh, there's a crab!
Cook. Mr. Crab?
Oh wait, that's not a crab, that's a tiny bush.
That's George! That's George Bush! That's George the Bush!
I thought it was a crab for a second. I forgot I'm at the wrong place to see the crabs.
You're telling me the crab was disguised as George Bush? What?
Probably.
How is that even possible? By the way, Rosie, bad news. PS5 is increasing its price in the US. Because tariff and stuff like that. Because of, the big arrangement. The big arrangement is increasing everything, so they are increasing everything, Big arrangement bad. Why does big arrangement do the thing that big arrangement do? I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
Big arrangement covered in Cheeto dust. Have you ever eaten Cheetos? I want to eat Cheetos. I heard Cheetos a lot. I heard that Cheeto dust meme. I was supposed to make charcoal, then I made... God damn it, I'm an idiot. I made carbon fibers. Okay, come on. Someone, please, help me make this. Anyone? Really? Come on. Fire, please. Fire? No. Cook. Cook me some stuff. Cook. Please cook. Please. Please cook. Thank you. Not enough. Not enough. Is this good enough? Yes. New kitchen. Okay, let them build them. Brand new kitchen. I can cook chef here. Cook like a chef. Cook like a chef. I can cook like a chef. Oh, they took my pizza. The heathens. They cook house. My pizza. It was my pizza. I was supposed to eat those pizza. But no, they took all my pizza. They had great pizzas, but they took all of them. My pizzas was huge. Huge. They're huge. Big arrangement, funny.
Funny.
Alright.
Uh-huh.
Serenity Metal Head? Yeah, okay. No, I was supposed to get Legend and Earth. I already have some. I'm getting a bunch of little guys that I'm gonna sacrifice in the grinding machine because they need to be eaten. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom.
Nom.
Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Let's see what we have here. I wanna see if I can get some of those guys to be... Wait, I have Earth Trampler, Musclehead, okay. Serenity. Okay, this guy has... I need Earth Emperor who is Legend. Do I have one of those? Female, hopefully. Let's see. Okay. No. 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 Huh. This is interesting. And it's female. Nice. I like it. Okay, these two will breed and give me... Oh, I won't have Serenity if I have Musclehead. That's okay, don't worry about it. I'm not worried about it. Okay, let's breed these two. Make babies. Come on, make babies. You two, make babies. I need strong babies. Smart babies. What am I doing? Yeah. I'm going to sacrifice the rest because we don't need any of them. Time for the slaughter! No, what are you doing? Buddy, what? Why are you resting on top of the meat grinder? What the heck? Come on. Get out of there. There's gonna be some stuff that babies can't watch here. Come on. Okay, let's go. Dump it all. Come on. Dump it all in the meat grinder. The meat grinder waits you. Num. There goes all the power. They be dying in there because I'm sacrificing them. And there we go. I have a big pile of... Oh, I got precious entrails? What are those? Oh, some of them were... Oh, I get it now. Some of them were bosses. They were bonus bosses, so I got bonus stuff. Bonus stuff. I am committing war crime. Oh, I got that. I need... Exactly. Bonus stuff. Bonus stuff. Bonus stuff. Bonus stuff. Bonus stuff. Okay, let's put this here. Hide everything. Oh, pizza. Pizza. Give me my pizza, pizza. Pizza. Tiny turtle? It's a tiny turtle. Ash has tiny turtle. In her aquarium. She has a tiny turtle. She has two tiny turtles. One is squirtle and one is shuckle. A tiny turtle and a big turtle. Actually, they are both the same size. Actually, I wanted to headbutt them the last time I visited Ash, but I'm pretty sure turtles just go snap snap with their teeth, you know, and that's scary. Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. No, do that. No, do that. No, do that. That's scary. No, do that. Turtles are scary. No, do that. No, do that. There goes all my pizza. They stole all my pizza. There's my pizza. You guys can eat berries. Until... Why are you guys stealing my pizza?
There's a medium
I hate them.
turtle. There's a medium turtle
Actually, there is no...
after me.
Oh. Wait, so you're telling me that the existence of small and medium means there is large?
There's different sizes of squirtles in this game.
You know, we were playing Ark, and you know there's this giant turtle, right? We need their material to make, like, I don't know, whatever, I forgot what we needed to do. And I was supposed to use a pickaxe on its shell. That's a big turtle. I was supposed to use a pickaxe on its shell, but I did not know that, so I kept using a spear on it. And I barely got that material. And then I realized I was stupid. My final for pizza. Why do you look lost, buddy? Do you want me to sacrifice you? You ran away! You ran away! That was funny! The timing was hilarious! There was one of the guys that I usually slaughter, you know, in the little thingy majiggy, the machine that cuts them into tiny pieces. And usually I use them to be able to, like, work on stuff. And this guy was just standing there doing nothing, and I just came to him and said all that, and then he just started running away. It was so funny, it's like he actually heard me. Oh, that was funny. I'm recording this. Them pals be stupid, but they be pals. Okay, so what was I going to do? I was going to sleep in-game. Because sleeping in-game is hard. Exactly. Now it's daytime. It goes from nighttime to daytime. Nighttime. Daytime. Nighttime. Daytime. I need a job. I need a job. I need money. I need more games.
I guess you had no luck finding a job.
Technically I did find a job. But the funny thing is that when I went there, They said it was like a walk-in interview, so I could just, walk in and get an interview. I went there, and then they were like, "Oh, we're not taking anyone from your region." I'm like, "What? I mean, you could have at least, put it in the freaking ad."
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't say that, but I was just disappointed, and I just went home and I was sad. You just sad, point sad. Okay, so what was I going to build? I was going to build something, but I forgot what. Oh, medicine cabinet. Medicine rack.
Almost
There we go.
forgot about that.
Okay, I need what? I need something because the medicine rack is gonna be cool so that the pals can basically heal themselves. I don't have to heal them manually all the time. La 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 la. I want to make a Japanese house, but I don't know where to make one. Oh, there we go. I need ingots and cloth. Let me head home, and then I'm gonna get some ingots and cloth. Boing boing. I wanna watch a movie tonight. I must see what is available. Let me check.
Fun movie too. Maybe one of those movies would be fun to watch.
Which movie?
I mean, one of the movies you might pick would be an interesting movie to watch.
I hope. What is that?
Who
Sinners,
knows?
Mission Impossible, Mountain Herd, Lilo and Stitch, Final Destination.
Lilo and Stitch is a good movie. I've seen the live action remake of it, and it's quite good.
I watched the old cartoon when I was
Yeah.
kid.
I mean, I
They have
rewatched it
Department
because
You
I
already
was
finished
bored
that.
and I had to watch something.
From what I heard, some people didn't like the ending of the new movie. They changed the original ending.
Yeah, I pretty much liked it since
I
they couldn't do much in the remake.
I think the thing is like, how I think in the new movie, I think what's she called, the older sister, she gives away Lilo, right? Because if she gives away Lilo to the government, like in the original story, she doesn't do that. She actually takes care of her little sister. And yeah, people are not liking that. It's like Ohana means family, but you know, she kind of abandoned her sister at
Because in
the
the
end.
remake, her sister left for college.
Exactly, and the thing is, like in Hawaii, there are like actual institutional facilities that help people go to college despite having family to take care of. So technically, in Hawaii, it would actually make more sense that she would not give up on her and continue her studies. That's how it works. And a bunch of even people who know how Hawaii works, like how the law and mental system, where they are taken care by the government, that's usually how they most likely get lost, they most likely get abused. Like there's a bunch of issues that happen. So technically, like in the movie, it may have looked optimistic, but in reality, if that applied to that kid had a very dark future. That's the issue. And that's why I'm not willing to watch that movie just because of that. Because of the ending, because that's the thing is, once you understand the full context of what actually happened, the whole institutional issues behind it, you're like, okay, yeah, that's and the thing is, the original ending was already good. Like it made sense. She would not give up on her little sister, you know. She actually took care of her sister, but in this one, they changed it in a way where it went all wrong and it doesn't even fit how Hawaii works. So, I don't know, I'm not watching it.
I pretty much liked it since it was quite fun.
If I'm gonna watch, I'm gonna watch the old one. I know, Stitch is always, yeah.
They
But
also
the whole thing about the series is Ohana means.
the
Oh,
Jamba. They actually turned him into a
I
main
forgot. I think
villain because he was
wasn't there another guy who was actually the villain?
gone to.
Because I know in the first one there was like a generic villain.
Yeah, in the first
but
one there was
this one they made his friend, right?
Yeah.
I don't like that. Yeah. Actually, in children's movie, I rather have a generic villain.
Yeah,
because at least you can.
Gontu was the main villain in the classic movie. And then in the remake, they made Jamba into the main villain.
Yeah.
And then they couldn't put Gontu in the remake because of how big he was, and they didn't have the budget to put him in the movie. They said it didn't work out for them.
Nah, I don't think it's a budget thing. I don't think it's a budget thing. You know why? Because a bunch of movies lately, they don't want that idea of a generic villain that is like just here to be a villain. That's why they usually like have to have some motive behind each villain or whatever. So they go for that new kind of stereotypical system, but they kind of sacrifice the OG, the real thing, and then I mean, it's a children's movie. Like, you want to be wholesome. You don't want to sacrifice a good character and turn him bad. You know what I mean? Like, people love those characters, and if you're gonna change a few things, that's why I'm not a fan of Disney lately with the new movies. Like, they have taken creative decisions that have, altered. Every time I heard about a remake, I was hoping that, give it a fresh look for a more modern time, but they actually alter the story, and I don't like that. The story should be untouched because people love this. Children have grown with those characters, and changing it like that, that's not on them. And that's why, people, I mean, I heard the movie is doing quite good compared to the rest, like Snow White and all that stuff, but yeah. That's the issue with remakes. Like, I rather they make an original new animated movie, like with a similar theme or maybe a similar, let's say, like a more moral ending to it, like something similar, but with something original, like not using the same character or the same storyline. You know what I mean? For example, look at Pixar. They are doing like very original thing, like Toy Story. You know, your Bo Peep, like everything, and they have their own moral story, and it's still Disney, right? Still the same thing.
It's still
but the whole remake thing, they should just leave all the remake stuff. Like, no, don't touch it. Just leave the classics as classics.
Like, they should add the exact same storyline like the classic movies do.
Exactly. But the thing is, it will still kind of lose the charm. You know how, my parents, they watch The Lion King. They love The Lion King, the old Lion King.
Yeah.
But when they watched the new one, they didn't like it. That's why I didn't watch it at all, because I have that perfect image of The Lion King when I was a child. So I don't want to change that. Because the thing is, even in this movie, I think there are like storylines that are cut or like altered in the new Lion King, and the one thing that I didn't like personally is the fact that how the animation, every time in animated movies the characters are super expressive with their face and all that. Whenever they are showing emotion, they are laughing, they are giggling, they are crying, like you see it on their face clearly, because there's a range of motion that you cannot do on real live action. The thing is, I feel that stiffness when I saw the trailer for The Lion King. Like, I saw the characters just like, you see the lions like being lion-faced, and at some point you're just like, yeah. And I actually watched the fight with Scar, where Simba fought Scar. And I remember in the classic Lion King, there was that spectacular scene where Scar just leaps on top of Simba, and Simba just pushes him off the cliff. You know that part in the cartoon. You don't see that in this one. You don't see that pose in the action for you to breathe, to be like, oh, things are going down right now. You know, like you don't get that how should I call it, like that build up. You know, the thing is, it was just like, I smack you because I'm lion. I smack you because I'm lion. That's how it looked like to me. It was just smacky, but it had more weight when it was a cartoon. And some things, you know, that's how I think that, you know how anime, there are so many animes that people try to adapt as movies, and they don't really work. I think it's for the same reason, because that's dead. God damn it. Yeah, that's because there are so many ways like action are expressed within that medium, that anime medium, that cannot be replicated in live action. And I feel like, in some degree, live action kind of limits the potential of storytelling, in a sense. Does that make sense? Like, there are stories that are made for live action that have that serious tone to it, that looks beautiful when you film it out with actual people. But there are things that, you know, like, magical thing can't be expressed with live action. Does that make sense? It feels like live action just... Lion God? What is that?
It's like a series.
Is that Simba's son?
Yes.
Oh yeah. I think I heard of that. I think you told me about this before. I forgot.
Yeah, because I was watching the series and I saw Nala and Simba.
Oh yeah. Is that like, I have a question. I actually forgot. I watched the the second Lion King movie, Lion King.
Yeah.
But I didn't know much about son. Is that like a younger son or older son? Is the son younger than Kiara or older?
I think Koala is older.
Oh, okay. So the story happens after the...
Probably, yeah, since...
Does it It happens after Lion King too?
Possibly, because Kiara said she was older than Kion.
But like, did she already like date the what's this guy's kid? I forgot his name. Kovu, I think. What's his name?
Kovu.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I mean, so technically Simba's kid was, I mean, the son was born after the whole story of Lion King 2.
Possibly.
Because otherwise we'll have to see the little brother in Lion King 2, right? Because Kiara was the only kid, from what I remember, right? She didn't have a sibling in the actual movie. Well, I don't know that. Imagine being born and realize, oh, my sister's already married. What? What is I doing? No idea. I'm just venturing around. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't have any interesting movies I can watch.
Dang.
I wanted to watch Sinners, but Sinners is slow. I got bored. I heard it's a really good movie, but I got bored. Anybody got time for it? Anybody got time for it? I built like a glass structure here in my game because I thought my base will be here, but then I realized, oh wait, it's not enough space. I just caused myself a bit of trouble. And then I just moved everything to the side and now I have a better base. By the way, when I was talking about the movies, I'm not trying to like say, hey, you know,
Oh, I know.
this movie wrong or whatever, you know. It's just like I'm very picky. I'm very picky about storytelling and all that. There are ways that I feel like some stuff can be, you know, like I feel like movie making is like an art, and every time I see someone like just like, you know, sometimes it's like AI art basically, you know, it feels like waste.
Yeah.
If it's a guy with no passion, they are just trying to tick boxes like, hey, you know what, I want, imagine like telling a story but just killing some important character just for shock value, you know what I mean? And not having actual importance or relevance to the story, and those are the things I don't like, and those are things I see a lot lately.
Yeah.
Like in a lot of movies, I see them just, oh yeah, we killed that character. It was for the shock factor. And I was like, well, but it's not good for the overarching plot. It doesn't make sense. I mean, people are not gonna stick around for the rest of the story, you know, because they love that character. Wink, wink. Do you have any idea what story I'm actually referring to?
Uh-huh.
Wait, which story?
Toy Story.
What? No, no one dies. What you mean?
I don't know.
Actually, I think it's one of the games that you really like that I personally didn't like.
Paladins.
No, no one dies in Paladins. No, I'm saying a story-driven, let's say a deep story, where a main character dies at the very start of the game, and
Last of Us.
you know, exactly. Took you long enough.
Oh.
Do you know that the actual the season 2? I think like the moment Joel died in the season 2. The whole viewership of the series just dropped, like people were just not watching it because everyone loved that character. But you love The Last of Us, don't you? The second one?
Uh-huh. Well, I should have guessed it in the beginning, but something else was in my mind, so it just came up.
I mean, you know, there's a bunch of people that actually, you know, it got controversial when it got out, the story. I do want to play it though. I do want to play The Last of Us 2, like just because I know the gameplay is really good. There's one thing that you can trust Naughty Dog on. The thing is, the first story was actually was written by a lady. I forgot the name of her. Yeah. She made the first story of The Last of Us. That's why in the end of the story you get that weird, ambiguous ending where you don't know if it's morally right or wrong, because, you know, if Ellie, you know, if you let the doctor operate on Ellie, they were apparently gonna cue the zombie plague, but at the same time you didn't want Ellie to die. You know what I mean? So it's like this morally gray area in the story, right? So the thing is, that story was made by another person. That person left Naughty Dog, and then the guy Neil Druckmann, he wrote the story for the second game, and that's why, you know, there's a bunch of people who are not a fan of Neil Druckmann. It's sad.
Very sad.
I'm scared for, you know, I love the Uncharted series, and I know that, if I'm not mistaken, that lady, she made like the two best story in Uncharted. I mean, the two last one that I played, I think. And the fact that she left, I feel like I'm scared for the next Uncharted game. Because I don't like Neil Druckmann. Actually, you see something like I saw the difference between the actual Last of Us 2 game in the Last of Us 2 series. You know, like,
Yeah.
you know how the actual writer, Neil Druckmann, he actually was like, you know, whenever the game came out and that shock happened, she was like unapologetic. She was like, no, this is my story, and I told it that way, and I stand by it. This is how it should have been told, you know. And everyone was like, okay, you know what? You stick to your gun. You had the creative decision. You did that, and you know what? There's some sense of respect for it, you know. And then guess what happened when the series come out? A lot changed.
Very changed.
That scene where Joel died, there was a lot more talking, a lot of interaction, like where Abby explains to Joel, you know, like that whole scene. It's far more lengthy, and Joel is like, there's less tension in it. You know how whenever you played that game, you remember how the room was dark?
Yeah,
Whenever you were,
that.
that part where they kill Joel, right? And you see that moment where Abby surprisingly just pulls out a shotgun and shoot him in the leg. Like, that scene, it feels tense. You know what I mean? Like, you're gripping to it. You're like, oh, I'm worried, and I'm actually worried, and you're actually scared at this moment, right? In the series, it's like very lit. The whole room is very lit. It extracts that whole darkness aspect to it. I know, and slow, and the you know, that's the thing. The game made it intense, and that's why I feel like in the game they captured that intensity very well. Like how tense that moment is. They captured it well in the game. The moment they blocked Ellie's head on the ground, you know, that bit, and she's like in a powerless position where you feel her powerlessness. You feel how she's in trouble and she can't save Joel, and you feel that fear. But this new one, it's bright lit, and Joel is actually calm, because in the game he was breathing hard, he was actually tense, he was in pain, and you can see it on the character.
Yeah.
In the movie, he's just sitting there like, I'ma just chill until she kills me. It was funny, dude. He was just chilling.
Yeah, because I remember I watched season 1 with friends, and I haven't even seen season 2.
I heard season 1 was really good, actually.
Yeah.
I heard season 1 was really good. I tell you one thing, I loved the first Last of Us movie. The first Last of Us game. The first game, I mean. I loved it. The gameplay was intense. Everything about it was great.
Yeah, it was still...
And the thing is, I know. Yeah, The Last of Us 2, the graphics were insane. I was hyped for it. I saw Joel die, and that hype just went down. I was like, yeah, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Nope, I'm good. You know, that's why I haven't even played it yet. Like, I wanted to buy it before, but once I saw that, I never bought it. I never bought the game.
Yeah.
But then I see that, you know, now that Neil Druckmann is actually in charge, I feel like the company has become a little more shady. You see a thing where they release a remastered version for every console, and people are actually starting to call them out, like, hey, now you made a remastered version for PS4, and now you're making a remastered from PS5. I'm like, what the heck is going on, you know? At that point, I'm just like, yeah, cash grab. Nah, I don't like that.
Yeah, because
at this point, they know that people love this game.
It's like almost the exact same game, except add new stuff to it, like new models.
Exactly.
Since it's the same game, it's not worth the money.
Yeah, and the graphical increase is very minimal.
Yeah.
You know the one thing, like, if you play The Last of Us, like 2, or even the first one, and you just get that unlocked 60 frame on your PS5, it's enough. It's more than enough. And there's also this aspect that I feel like whenever people make remake in games, they kind of lose it. You know how whenever you played the game for the first time, you kind of get that this like even the ambiance, you know, like the way the images or the color of the world, like something like that, it kind of attracts you to it, right? You find it beautiful, you get immersed into it, and you love it. And the next time you play it on a different console, you want that same nostalgia, right, from that first one. And then the thing is, sometimes they just change the lighting engine, they change how everything looks, and then you're like, hey, this doesn't feel the same. This is a new game. This does not feel like the gritty game I played before. And that's kind of bum. That's why I think if you're gonna make a remaster, you should release it for free for those who already own the game on cheaper console. Like, if I bought it on PS4, I should get it on PS5 for free.
Yeah. It's like how maybe someday when you...
It depends though. I don't know if Ash is a fan of dinos as much. I used to like dinos. That's why we're playing it. Actually buying, I don't know. It depends. It depends on how much we want to play, right? And I kinda got bored within a week. Even though I'm a big racing game fan, I spent $60 on that. I mean, I don't regret it. The game is good, but it's... I mean, in the long term, it's kind of boring. For the time I invested in it, I had fun. But besides that...
Yeah, Ash might...
I mean, I'm gonna go back to it at some point.
Yeah, Ash might like this dino game with me.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll have to see if she wants. Yeah, my mom is talking to me, sorry. Well, yeah, so I'm gonna have to shower. So yeah, what were you saying? The last thing you were saying, yeah. Before I leave, I'll just listen to you.
Yeah, I was saying she might like this game with us whenever you guys have a chance to get it. Since it's not...
Path of Titans.
Uh-huh.
What is it about? Like yeah, you play as a dino?
Uh-huh. It's like a,
And what do you do?
You have to survive from hunger and thirst and other predators, like other meat
As a dino?
Yes.
Okay.
You might wanna look it up because it tells you more details and what it's really about.
I mean, to be honest, when it comes to dino, for me personally, I mean, I know that Ash likes a lot of horror games, right? So if she's gonna opt for a horror game that involves dinos, I mean any game that will involve dinos, she will look for some kind of horror game where you have to survive dinos in a very... And you know how I said the whole... Okay. Bisa boost bobo en entier?
Non.
Attends, movie niya, attends, siya movie niya, kosa. No, you did to back off. Oh, the figma. Okay. Yeah, so the idea is more like, you know how I said that there's the ambiance in The Last of It 2, like the moment where Joel died, you see the dark room, you feel that moment. Like imagine a dino game, but with that kind of scary ambiance where you don't know where the raptor's gonna come out, like with Bush, the raptor's gonna come out, you hear T-Rex in the background, but you don't know, there's fogs everywhere, you know, it's dark, you can't see where you're going, and that's the kind of game I wish I could play, dino game, like a horror survival. And there are games that are being produced for, I don't think on PS5, but they are going to be produced lately, where I saw a few trailers for games that looks that good, and I really want to play this game. It's more like I want to survive a dino than play as a dino. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The closer thing of it for it right now for us is Ark, because Ark is very hard, but it's not scary. Does that make sense? Like Ark isn't scary. It's just like it's hard, but it's not scary. I don't know. I want to play the Forest, the Son of the Forest. I want to play that. I heard the game is really like scary.
Sounds scary.
I know. Okay, I'm gonna head off now, Rosie.
Okay.
Maybe we party tomorrow then?
Yes.
If you're...
Yeah,
okay,
sure.
see ya! Bye-bye!
See ya!
Have fun with your path! Banana.
I'm about to hop off of it anyways. Banana!
Banana. Banana.
Banana.